ARM, formerly Advanced RISC Machine, and ARM RISC Machine, is a reduced instruction set computer RISC instruction set architecture ISA developed by British company ARM Holdings. The ARM architecture is the most widely used 32-bit instruction set architecture in numbers produced. Originally conceived by ARM Computers for use in its personal computers, the first ARM-based products were the coprocessor modules for the BBC Micro series of computers. In 2005, about 98% of the more than 1 billion mobile phones sold each year used at least one ARM microprocessor. As of 2009, ARM microprocessors accounted for approximately 90% of all embedded 32-bit RISC processors and were used extensively in consumer electronics, including personal digital assistants PDA tablets, mobile phones, digital media and music players, handheld game consoles, calculators and computer peripherals such as hard drives and routers. Marvel communication processors are highly integrated devices at the heart of an advanced total system solution for today's mobile phones. These processors deliver leading-class performance for voice and computation-intensive data applications. Designed to deliver improved quality of service with support for the most advanced mobile phone features, this technology provides optimal power consumption and offers extensive software use with other PXA products. Cellular processors feature a combination of a high-performance application processor and an advanced modem in a single SoC. This level of integration delivers unrivaled processing power, multimedia, and cellular data communication with low BOM cost, enabling rapid worldwide growth of smartphones that feature even price points. Intel AT386, also known as the i386, or just 386, was a 32-bit microprocessor introduced by Intel in 1985. The first versions had 275,000 transistors and were used as the central processing unit (CPU) of many workstations and high-end personal computers of the time. As the original implementation of the 32-bit extension of the 80-86 architecture, the 8386 instruction set, programming model, and binary encodings are still the common denominator for all 32-bit x86 processors. This is termed x86, i832, or i386 architecture, depending on context. The processor was a significant evolution in the x86 architecture, and extended a long line of processors that stretched back to the Intel 8008. The predecessor of the 80386 was the Intel AT286, a 16-bit processor with a segment-based memory management and protection system. The 80386 added a 32-bit architecture and a paging translation unit, which made it much easier to implement operating systems that used virtual memory. It also had support for hardware debugging. The 8386 featured 3 operating modes: real mode, protected mode and virtual mode. The protected mode, which debuted in the 286, was extended to allow the 386 to address up to 4 GB of memory. The all-new virtual August 6 80 mode, or VM86, made it possible to run one or more real mode programs in a protected environment, although some programs were not compatible. The Apple A4 is a package-on-package POP system on a chip SoC designed by Apple Incorporated and manufactured by Samsung. It combines an ARM Cortex-A8 CPU with a powered VR GPU, and emphasizes power efficiency. The chip commercially debuted with the release of Apple's iPad tablet, followed shortly by the iPhone 4 smartphone, the iPod Touch 4th generation and the Apple TV 2nd generation. It was superseded in the iPad 2 by the Apple A5 processor, released the following year, which was then subsequently replaced by the Apple A5X processor in the iPad 3rd generation. Apple A4 is based on the ARM processor architecture. The first version released runs at 1 GHz for the iPad and contains an ARM Cortex-A8 CPU core paired with a powered VRSGX 535 graphics processor GPU built on Samsung's 45nm NM silicon chip fabrication process. The clock speed for the units used in the iPhone 4 and iPod Touch 4th generation is 800 MHz. But the clock speed for the unit used in the Apple TV has not been revealed. The Apple A5 and A5X are systems on a chip SoCs designed by Apple Incorporated and manufactured by Samsung to replace the Apple A4. The processors commercially debuted with the release of Apple's iPad 2 tablet, and also powers the iPhone 4S, iPad 3rd generation and iPod Touch 5th generation. This is consistent with how Apple debuted the A4 chip, first in the original iPad, followed by the iPhone 4, and then the iPod Touch 4th generation. The A5 contains the rendition of a chip based upon the dual-core ARM Cortex-A9 MP core CPU with NVO-SIMD accelerator and a dual-core PowerVR SGX543 MP2 GPU. Apple lists the A5 to be clocked at 1 GHz on the iPad 2's technical specifications page, though it can dynamically adjust its frequency to save battery life. The unit used in the iPhone 4S is clocked at approximately 800 MHz. Among the customizations that Apple has done to the chip is the inclusion of an image signal processor unit (ISP) that will do advanced image post-processing such as face detection, white balance and automatic image stabilization, and an ear smart unit from Audience for noise cancelling.